Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay, guys. WorldNet Daily just come out with a report. I mean, you want to know why all those leaks are just leaking everywhere in Washington, and Trump is now bringing in an outside individual to try to review the intelligence leaks that are happening everywhere and are sabotaging his presidency. Well, now we got some more, okay? We're finding out that there's these three brothers that were hired by several members of Congress. Now, the three brothers' names were Awan. Their last name was Awan, A-W-A-N. Their names were Abid Awan, Amran Awan, and Jamal Awan. Now, they work for several Congress members, okay? Three, though, that we know of that looks like some of their classified documents, some of it was classified, some of it very sensitive, has now been hacked. And that was Andre Carson, a Democrat of Indiana, Jackie Spear, a Democrat of California, and Joaquin Castro, a Democrat of Texas. And of course, the former Democratic National leader, and that was Debbie Wasserman Schultz. And we know that a lot of her emails ended up getting hacked before it was all said and done. But these three guys, as a matter of fact, I've been looking at a picture of one of them standing next to President Bill Clinton. These guys had access to very sensitive material, classified material. Their job was to protect that material and to make sure that it wasn't hacked. But they may have been involved in actually hacking it. And if that's not enough, there are ties. Carson, and that's Indiana Congressman Andre Carson of Indiana, is a Muslim. He says he's a Muslim, and we've known this. And he and others were also tied to the Muslim Brotherhood. They are members. Matter of fact, he is a member of the Muslim Brotherhood, and yet he serves on the Department of Defense Intelligence and Overhead Architectural Subcommittee. He is so he has he's got access. He has these pertinent information. His computer ends up being hacked. So does Wasserman Schultz. So does these other people's, and I'm sure others. And so there's purpose leaking going on. There's hacking going on. We have ties to the Muslim Brotherhood involved in this. We know that in 2008, there were some people involved in some of the hacking. They were also part of, they were involved in co-conspirators of the 2008 Holy Land Foundation trial, although they were not indicted. But these three brothers are now at the center, and I'm sure there's others, of what may have been part of who is hacking sensitive and classified material of these different members of Congress. And that's just to name a few Congress, and we maybe have others. This is something, folks. This isn't the private server Hillary Clinton fiasco. No, this is totally new. This is different. This just coming out 14 hours ago, and we're dealing with, and meanwhile, Donald Trump can't even hardly function as president of the United States because there are people leaking things. There are people trying to sabotage his candidacy, making it more and more difficult. It's very sad, folks. This swamp is, the lower the water gets, the swampier it gets, the slimier it gets, and the more dangerous it gets for the national defense of our nation. So I'm just saying, pray. Really, folks, pray. One for another. Pray for America. This country's in trouble, okay? This country is in trouble. And I don't think we realize just how compromised we are. Calm down and get some coffee, but pray, okay? I'll be talking about this. I'll give you a full report of this during our live broadcast. Starts at 12 noon Eastern. That's 12 noon Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Are you saved? Jesus coming soon.